Y'all are not ready for this, because what you're about to hear isn't tea, isn't gossip, and definitely isn't something you can scroll past. This, right here, is the moment the entire Bravo universe cracked open, when a voice nobody expected stepped forward and burned down an empire with 6 sentences that changed everything. For years, fans believed the storyline was simple: Kandi Burruss, the unshakable boss; Todd Tucker, the loyal husband; Porsha Williams, the messy outsider who moved on with her life. But tonight, Porsha didn't just step back into the storyline, she detonated it. With a trembling breath and a fire behind her eyes, she said the one thing that froze the entire internet in place: Todd Tucker lied to both of us. And that was only the beginning. Because what started as a whisper turned into a confession. What started as a rumor exploded into proof. And what started as a private secret just became the biggest betrayal Bravo has ever seen. Porsha didn't come to clap back. She didn't come to joke. She came to end the silence. She came with truth. With pain. With receipts. With memories she should have never had. With promises Todd made in the dark, and lies he fed in the daylight. And when she finally said it, when she finally revealed the real reason Todd played both sides, the entire comment section screamed. Because this wasn't cheating. This wasn't drama. This wasn't messy fun. This was a double life. A double life that shattered Porsha. A double life that humiliated Kandi. A double life that Todd thought would never come out until tonight. And now, Kandi Burruss is standing in the ashes of a truth she never saw coming. The live didn't start with screaming. It started with silence. No intro music, no cute filter, no sponsored lipstick moment. Just Porsha Williams staring straight into the camera, eyes swollen, mascara smudged, breathing slow like she was holding back an earthquake inside her chest. Comments began rolling in instantly. "Girl, you okay? What happened? Why does she look like she's been crying all night?" She didn't read them. Didn't smile. Didn't fix her hair. She just leaned in closer, swallowed hard, and said in a low, steady voice that sliced through every screen like a blade, "I've been quiet for a long time, but Todd Tucker, this is where your little double life ends." Within seconds, the live viewer count shot up. Screenshots flying. Group chats buzzing. Blogs waking up without even knowing why. People thought it was going to be petty shade. A clapback. Maybe some playful mess. But the way her voice shook without fully breaking told a different story. This wasn't a read. This was a testimony. "I'm not here to be funny," she whispered. "I'm here to tell the truth about a man who looked me in my eyes and promised me a life he was already selling to somebody else." The comments went wild. Wait, is she talking about Todd? Not Kandi's husband? What is going on? Porsha held up a hand as if she could calm a stadium. "You all know the TV version," she said. "The happy couple, the brand, the empire. But you don't know what he was saying when the cameras went off. You don't know what he was whispering when those lights went down." Her throat tightened, but she kept going. "Me and Todd, we were not some little fling. This wasn't some one-night oops. We were in a relationship. Before he got married. After he got married. And in the middle of everything he was posting like his life was perfect." The air in the live shifted. Viewers weren't laughing anymore. They were listening. "He told me," she continued slowly, as if each word was dragging a knife out of her own heart, "that he never married for love. He told me he married for money." A pause so heavy, you could almost hear the sound of hearts dropping in living rooms around the world. He said, "I just need to lock the bag in. Let me secure the money, and then we can live the life we're supposed to live together." A wave of disbelief flooded the chat. No way he said that. He really told her that about Kandi? This is insane. Porsha let the reaction simmer, then leaned even closer. "He would be in my ear late at night," she said softly, talking about how the marriage was just an arrangement. A business deal. A brand. That everything on TV was about keeping up an image, while he was feeding me dreams he never planned to honor. Her eyes glistened, but her tone sharpened. "And it wasn't just about him," she added. "He talked about her too. The way he described her, it never sounded like a man talking about the love of his life. It sounded like a man talking about someone he was using. Someone he didn't fully respect." She exhaled, long and broken. "There were times he told me, she's not into this the way people think. Her interests are somewhere else. This is about what looks good, what sells, what keeps the machine running." She didn't label. She didn't drag. She just let the implication hang in the air, heavy, controversial, dangerous. "And I sat there," Porsha admitted, believing him. Believing that when he said, "Just wait a little longer," he meant it. Believing when he said, "Once everything is in my name, we'll disappear and start our own life," he meant that too. She shook her head slowly, like she was disappointed in herself all over again. "I didn't know I was part of a script," she whispered. "I thought I was part of a future." For a moment the live was almost completely silent. No jokes. No laughing emojis. Just long messages, paragraphs from women who had heard the same lies from men they thought were different. Then Porsha did the one thing that made everybody lean so far forward they almost fell out of their chairs. She reached off screen and picked up her phone. "You think I'm just talking," she said. "You think I came on here to throw random accusations for fun? No. I came on here because I have proof of who he really is." She tapped the screen. "I kept the voice notes," she said. "The ones where he's calling me from private corners, telling me how trapped he feels, how he can't wait to get out once the money situation is handled. The ones where he's laughing about how everybody believes their little perfect couple image while he's making plans behind her back." She tapped again, fingers trembling. "I kept the messages," she continued. "Every I love you, every just hold on, every once I get what I need, we'll be free. I kept the photos, the private moments, the trips, the nights you never saw. The way he looked at me like I was the only one, while going home to act like she was." The chat exploded into fire emojis, scream emojis, broken heart emojis. "Drop them. Play the audio. Show the receipts." Porsha closed her eyes for a second, fighting back tears. "You know what hurts the most," she said. "He didn't just lie to her. He didn't just lie to me. He lied to both of us at the same time. He stood in my face talking about how he was going to take control of her money, build a new life with me, and then stood in hers acting like he was the devoted husband, the supportive partner, the ride or die." Her jaw clenched. "Do you know what it feels like?" she asked, voice suddenly sharper, "to realize you were cheering on a marriage on TV, while being part of the reason it was already broken behind the scenes?" She swallowed hard. "I'm not telling this story to make anybody feel sorry for me," she said. "I'm telling it because men like him count on women staying quiet. They count on us protecting them, protecting their brand, protecting their bags, protecting their secrets." She shook her head. "I've protected him long enough." Her tone shifted, less broken, more like a prosecutor building a case. "He told me," she said slowly, "that once everything was under his control, once he had access to what he wanted, he would walk away clean. That he would walk away with me. He painted our future like a movie. Like some fairy tale where he's the victim, stuck in a cold, empty marriage, just waiting for the right moment to escape." Her lip trembled. "But the whole time he was telling me how unloved he was," she continued. "He was posting smiling selfies, business launches, date nights, vacations, selling everybody the perfect story, while using both of us as props." The comment section started turning. "This is sick. He played both sides." She looks destroyed. "I feel bad for all three of them now." Porsha stared into the lens like she was looking directly at him. "You said you didn't love her," she murmured, "but you let her build with you. You let her put her name next to yours. You let her defend you, uplift you, stand beside you while you were telling me she was nothing but a stepping stone. You said we were going to run away once the money was where it needed to be." A tear finally escaped and rolled down her cheek. "You said I was the one you really loved," she added quietly. "But how can a man who lies for a living love anybody?" Nobody breathed. This wasn't messy fun anymore. This was raw, aching, humiliating truth spilling out in real time. Porsha wiped her face with the back of her hand, her voice steadying one more time. "I didn't come on here to ruin a woman," she said. "I came on here because a man ruined two women at the same time and thought he would never be exposed." She lifted the phone slightly, as if she were holding up evidence in a courtroom. "If you're watching this," she said to the invisible man behind the screen, "know this. I have the recordings. I have the screenshots. I have the memories I never asked for. And if you ever try to call me a liar, if you ever try to paint me as some bitter ex trying to chase clout, I will not hesitate to let the whole world hear exactly how you talked when no one was listening." The live chat shook. "This feels like a trial. He is done. Kandi has to see this." And somewhere, beyond the ring lights and comment bubbles, one reality sank in like a stone. If even half of what she was saying was true, then Todd didn't just lose control of the narrative. He lost everything. Porsha's last sentence was still echoing in the air when something shifted inside the live. People who had joined just for drama were suddenly sitting upright, clutching their phones like they were watching a crash they couldn't look away from. And Porsha, she didn't pause to calm down, didn't wipe away the mess running down her cheeks, didn't fix her voice. She only blinked once, slow, exhausted, and hollow. Then she whispered, "You want to know the worst part? I wasn't the only one he was promising things to. He was promising her too. Promising whatever she needed to hear so he could keep that house, that access, that lifestyle, those opportunities. Every lie he told me had a different version he was selling to her, and both of us believed him." A sudden storm of comments poured in like a riot. "He played both of them? So he's been lying to everyone? This is dirtier than I thought." Porsha looked down at her lap as if she couldn't even face the screen anymore. "There were days," she said slowly, "when he would send me messages about how lonely he was, how empty he felt, how trapped he was living a lie, and then he'd post a montage with her smiling in matching outfits, talking about couple goals. He used both of us as masks. Masks to hide the person he really was." She shook her head sharply, as if disgusted with herself for remembering it. "You ever feel stupid?" she asked. Stupid for believing a man who knows exactly how to lie? He knew the right tone to use, the right words to say, the right moments to pretend he cared. And I ate it up. I thought I was special because he'd open up to me. I thought I was the one he trusted. I didn't realize he was rehearsing the lies he'd later use on her. Her voice cracked on the last word. Not because she was weak, but because she had finally admitted something she'd been running from. And when I confronted him, she said, when I asked him how he could stand in my face and tell me one thing, then turn around and promise her the complete opposite, do you know what he said? She looked into the lens like she was speaking directly to him again. He laughed. He actually laughed. He said, all of this is temporary. Once everything is sorted, you'll understand why I did what I did. Like he expected me to applaud him for being loyal to no one. The Liv's comment section erupted, overflowing so fast the words were unreadable. Screaming avatars, angry emojis, broken hearts. He's a monster. This man is dangerous. Kandi deserves to know. Porsha inhaled shakily. He told me he had a plan, she continued. A plan that involved staying in that marriage just long enough to make sure everything he wanted, everything he felt he was owed, would fall into his hands. He said once he was secure, once he got what he came for, he would walk away clean. And I believed him. I believed in a future that wasn't even real. Her lip trembled. Her eyes glazed over. She wasn't crying, she was remembering. I'll never forget the night he came to me, acting so broken, so exhausted, telling me, I can't do this much longer. He made it sound like he was suffocating, like he was fighting to survive. And I felt bad for him. I actually felt bad for a man who was destroying two women at the same time. She wiped her hand across her mouth, embarrassed. You know it's crazy, she said. He would call me, telling me he couldn't take the pressure at home, and then turn around and beg her for more trust, more loyalty, more patience. He complained to me about how cold things were, and then post pictures celebrating anniversaries like he was the happiest husband in the world. She let out a humorless laugh. That's not a double life. That's a double performance. A long pause followed. Every viewer sat frozen. Then Porsha's eyes darkened with something sharper rage. There's something else, she said. Something I wasn't going to say. But since he wanted to play both sides, he's going to deal with the consequences of the story he created. She held up her phone again. He kept things. Messages. Pictures. Videos. Talking about how he'd use them if he ever needed leverage. He actually bragged about it. Said having insurance keeps a man in control. The chat exploded in horror. So he was blackmailing emotionally? This man is dangerous. Oh my god. Porsha's voice dropped to a whisper. He told me once. Everybody has secrets. The trick is having more than the person you're standing next to. I didn't think he meant it literally. Until I saw the hidden folder. Someone in the chat typed, what was in it? Thousands of viewers waited. Porsha pressed her lips together, struggling to speak. Conversations he should have never recorded. Pictures she never knew he saved. Moments that were supposed to be private. Things he kept in case he ever needed to flip the narrative. She shook her head, disgusted. I didn't want to be part of that. I didn't want to be somebody he used. Somebody he kept secrets with so he could destroy the very woman he was living with. And the saddest part? He wasn't just planning an escape. He was planning an advantage. She looked exhausted. Crushed. Done. He once told me, if things go left, I can always say you were the one who came onto me. No one will believe your version over mine. He said it like it was normal. Like it was strategy. Like betrayal was just another skill on his resume. The live chat turned violent with outrage. No man talks like that unless he's manipulating everyone. He is beyond toxic. Kandi needs to run. Porsha swallowed her rage. You know why I finally stopped believing him? She asked. Because one night he slipped. He said, you and her, you're not so different. You both want to feel important. Her voice turned cold. It hit me then. He didn't love either of us. He loved the power he had over both of us. Her fingers trembled. I kept everything, she said. Not to expose him. Not to humiliate anyone. But to survive him. Because a man who lies like that, who switches stories depending on who he's talking to, who saves things he shouldn't even have, that man is dangerous. She sighed softly. And when I stopped giving him attention, when I stopped replying fast, when I stopped feeding his ego, he turned cold. He told me I was replaceable. He said I'd be stupid to ruin his life, because nobody will take your side over mine. Her voice hardened. He underestimated me. The viewer count reached heights no Bravo scandal ever had. People screaming in real time. Screenshots flooding social media. Blogs drafting articles before the live even ended. Porsha leaned in for the last time that night, eyes burning with pain and something fierce underneath it. He used me. He used her. And he expected both of us to stay silent so he could keep climbing. But silence is how men like him survive. And I'm done helping him hide. She exhaled deeply. If he wants to protect his reputation, he better hope those voice notes never come out. The live ended abruptly. No goodbye. No fade out. Just darkness and a world that would never see Todd the same way again. The live didn't fade out gently. It snapped into darkness, like someone had ripped the cord out of the wall, and what came after felt even louder than the live itself. Because the second the screen went black, the internet lit up like an explosion. People weren't just reacting, they were spiraling. Some were crying for Porsha, some were raging for Kandi, some were tearing Todd apart in comment sections across every platform imaginable. But everyone felt like they had just watched something they weren't supposed to see. And while the world was still trying to process the truth Porsha spilled, another shock dropped, one that felt like a punch straight to the gut. Kandi Burruss saw the live. Not through a friend. Not through a blog. Not through whispers. She saw it herself. People didn't need confirmation. The silence on her page said everything. A silence so heavy it felt louder than any statement she could have made. No promo posts. No dance videos. No hashtag speak on it teasers. Just nothing. It was the kind of silence a person has when they can't breathe. And while fans camped under her last upload begging for a response, sources whispered something darker, that she didn't cry at first. She froze. Like someone had pressed pause on her entire life. Because it's one thing to fight trolls. One thing to shut down lies. One thing to protect your brand. But it's another thing entirely to sit alone in a room and hear another woman repeat the private promises your husband swore were only for you. It hits differently. It breaks differently. It destroys differently. People close to her said she replayed the live 3 times. Not because she doubted Porsha, but because she couldn't believe Todd had created a life behind her back so detailed, so rehearsed, so smooth, that even she, a woman who built an empire with her bare hands, missed every single red flag. Meanwhile, Todd was nowhere to be found. Fans started tracking his online activity, refreshing his page, checking his tagged photos, waiting for him to do what men like him always do, deny it all. But for hours, he didn't post, didn't defend himself, didn't breathe online, and that silence felt guilty. By midnight, DMs began leaking. Texts he sent to people in panic. Voice notes of him trying to frame the live as a misunderstanding. But none of it mattered. Because Porsha didn't just give a story, she gave proof she hadn't even played yet. And everyone knew the moment he denied her, she would press play. Somewhere in that chaos, a message surfaced, someone claiming Todd was calling close friends, begging them to convince Porsha to stay quiet. Begging them to handle it privately. Begging them to not let her ruin everything. But the internet had already chosen sides. And for once, the world didn't choose the man. While the storm grew louder online, Porsha was pacing in her room, phone blowing up with messages she didn't want to read. Some were cheering her on. Some were warning her. Some were terrified for her. But she wasn't thinking about any of that. She was thinking about how she spent years loving a man who never truly existed. A man who acted like a soulmate in private and a stranger in public. A man who held her like she mattered, but treated her like a backup plan. And something inside her cracked, not the pain, not the humiliation, but the realization that she protected a man who never once protected her. So when Todd finally reached out, not with an apology, but with a threat, something inside her flipped. The message wasn't long. It didn't need to be. Don't make this worse than it already is. You know what I can do if you push me. That was all it took. Because that wasn't a warning. That was his confession. A confession he never meant to give. A confession that told her exactly who he really was. A confession that proved she did the right thing going live. And while she stared at his message, hands shaking, heart pounding, mind racing, she made a silent promise to herself. She would not let him bury her. She would not let him rewrite her truth. She would not let him walk away clean. Somewhere across the city, Kandi was breaking. Friends said she sat on the edge of her bed, staring at the floor, whispering to no one, "I defended him. I defended him every time." Because she did. She defended him when fans dragged him. She defended him when castmates questioned him. She defended him when her own mother raised concerns about him. She defended him even when she felt doubt creeping under her skin. She believed him because she loved him. The tragedy wasn't that he lied, it's that she fought for him while he was building future plans with another woman. By morning, hashtags took over every platform. Hashtag Todd exposed, hashtag Porsha spoke, hashtag Kandi deserved better, and the most brutal one, hashtag double life Tucker. People weren't just entertained. They were outraged, hurt, triggered, dragging him in ways nobody could have imagined. Calling him manipulative, calling him ruthless, calling him the villain of a story he thought he controlled. But the internet wasn't the only thing turning. Behind the scenes, cast members whispered to each other. Group chats buzzed. Producers panicked. Brands observed quietly, calculating distance. Because no matter how Todd tried to spin it privately, no matter how many excuses he prepared, no matter how many lies he rehearsed, the truth had already grown wings. People said Kandi finally confronted him, that the conversation wasn't loud, it was cold, heart-wrenching, static. A woman who had nothing left to give, asking a man she shared a home with, "Is there anything you told me that wasn't a lie?" Sources said Todd froze. Not because he didn't have an answer, but because he had too many. And for the first time, the man who controlled every story, every narrative, every version of the truth lost control. Lost the script. Lost the mask. Lost the ability to charm his way out. Because when a man is exposed by one woman, people call it drama. But when he's exposed by two women at the same time, the world calls it truth. Porsha didn't break him. She revealed him. And Kandi didn't lose everything because of Porsha. She lost everything because of him. And somewhere in that silence, the kind that follows a storm, the kind that sits in the air like smoke, the kind that tells you nothing will ever be the same, the world finally understood what really happened. Todd Tucker didn't just betray two women. He destroyed his own future, his own image, his own name. And when the dust settled, the only thing louder than the chaos was the echo of Porsha's final words from the live. "If you ever try to call me a liar, I'll let the whole world hear what you said when you thought nobody ever would." This is the moment everything snaps into place. The moment you realize this wasn't just a scandal, it was a slow-motion collapse happening in real time. And now that the truth is out, nothing can be put back the way it was. Not the marriage. Not the image. Not the legacy. Todd thought he could juggle two lives forever, thought he could lie to one woman while holding the other together with fake promises, thought he could play both sides and walk away untouched. But tonight proved one thing: every secret eventually finds a voice. And this time, that voice was Porsha Williams, shaking but unbroken, letting the world hear the story he swore would stay buried. Now it's your turn. Don't look away. Don't pretend you didn't hear what you just heard. Don't let him rewrite this moment. Share this. Send it. Post it. Clip it. Make sure the world knows exactly what went down behind the scenes of the perfect Bravo marriage. Because men like him count on silence. They count on people scrolling past. They count on everyone being too scared or too tired to repeat the truth. But you're here, watching this unfold with your own eyes, and that makes you part of the story now. If you've ever been lied to like this, if you've ever believed a promise that turned into a weapon, if you've ever watched someone you trusted shatter your reality, then you know how deep this cut goes. Don't let her stand alone. Don't let her voice fall into the algorithm's black hole. Amplify it. Push it forward. Let the world hear what manipulation sounds like when it's finally dragged into the light. Because after tonight, one thing is clear: Todd didn't just lose control. He lost the entire narrative. And the only question left is, how far will this truth travel once you hit share?